Hi everyone, it's Norman and Kochneck here. I'm here at a lovely restaurant having some seafood bouillabaisse just in front of me. But yes, we're here today to talk about the incredible match which is going to take place tomorrow in Ahmedabad in India between the Indian team and the Australian team. Of course, India have gone now 10 straight wins and look unstoppable, let's be honest. And Australia, at the same time, have gone through an 8-win straight streak, which is pretty impressive as well. And they both are unbeaten for 8 and 10 months, 10 matches respectively. The very interesting thing, I've watched a lot of the reports that have been happening at Ahmedabad, a lot of discussion about pitches, which I'm quite frankly really over the whole discussion of pitches. I don't want pitches to become an issue. Let's hope Aussie's batting first tomorrow. That's our Earth is best to say. I don't want the pitch to be discussed because, quite frankly, it doesn't matter. Because if it's Australia who bat first, India will face the same conditions, you would argue, and vice versa. It may be taking a bit of spin, but I think both teams are pretty much ready for spin. Education for all. Hello, how are you? That's the way you can beat India. Yeah, but I think Australia would like to bat first. They'll have to bat a lot better than they did against South Africa, even though they did beat South Africa. South Africa, of course, were very paltry in their total of 212. Australia got past losing 7 wickets for 215. Am I going tomorrow? Yes, but those certainly am. The main consideration for me is whether India haven't had a bad match and are they going to have their so-called bad or bad luck match in the final. I doubt it. I think that Rohit Sharma's captained this team brilliantly. He's got a lot of support from Virat Kohli, obviously Shreyas Iyer, Gill. Although Gill hasn't got as many runs as the others, he still batted very well in an opening partnership with Rohit Sharma. And of course, you've got people such as Hardik Pandya is no longer there, but they've got good backup in Sky, amazing bowling in Jadeja, and Kuldeep Yadav's also been great. I think Aussies will win tomorrow, Norman. What do you think? I'd like to think they can. Well, we know they can. We know that they have the ability to win based on their mental strength of character, which certainly South Africa didn't. And I want to make a point about that match. People are telling me that South Africa did not choke. I'm afraid they choked, and they choked big time yet again. No one can tell me that they didn't choke. Aussies will win. Look, Dr. Dave Walker and say, which stand are you going to sit? Well, the stands, there's such a thing as a stand. It's 130,000 seaters. It's noisy no matter where you are. The reality is that Australia have got the best chance of beating India out of all the teams, but I don't think they've got enough of a chance. Mentally, they certainly will give it a good old fight. Where I'm now, I'm in a restaurant. Australia will give it a damn good fight. Very, very good fight. But especially if India bat first. If India bat first, it's a foregone conclusion because Australia will not be able to catch their totals. Their totals will be still around 300 plus mark, and that'll be too much for Australia. Unless, of course, everyone fires. We want to head Maxwell, obviously Marsh. They'll all have to absolutely play out of their skin to win. But I must say, the weakness in Australia's batting lineup still to me is Steve Smith and Marnus Labuschagne. Steady as they may be, they're not aggressive enough. They're not a point scoring machine as their colleagues are. So there's really an issue there. The bowling attack, Stark bowled admirably. Hazelwood bowled fantastically. Cummins bowls a good short ball, but they're not as lethal as what Sharmi, Siraj, and obviously Bumrah are in their top form. And with now Kuldeep and Jadeja bowling very well, you can't get past India. There was some discussion about Ashwin coming into the bowl to play. India's not going to change their team at all. But India, are very happy. I saw the astrological predictions for tomorrow. Australia have a 60% chance, India 40% chance. I'm not sure how they can come to such a conclusion. To me, India's got every chance of winning this. Home ground, Ahmedabad, 130,000 people, probably 129,900 will be Indian. The noise will be electric and very much on their side. Kohli's in amazing form, having scored 711 runs. Sharma's in form. Shreyas Iyer's in form. Gill's in reasonable form. And there's not much to go past this amazing Indian batting lineup and bowling lineup. They do miss Hardik Pandya. They could have put Shardul Thakur in, but they didn't. They got Jadeja playing an all-round role. And Kohli's bowling admirably enough to be able to handle that spot. And I think the lower order batsmen, and Sky and the Shreyas Iyer's the lower order batsmen, they'll come into their own in the short game. Am I talking too much? Is that?
It's finished?
No, I'm still eating. So I'm in a restaurant, so be careful. The reality is that Australia, again, as I said, are the most likely team to challenge India under these circumstances. The mental strength, the experience. This is Australia's 8th final. They've won 5, lost 2 previously. They got beaten by Sri Lanka. And I think the other one was West Indies, if I can recall quickly. Australia, to me, are the most capable to beat India if everything goes their way. And it has to go their way, because if it doesn't go their way, they won't win. Big question, should Ashwin play tomorrow? Ravi can't cut him. It's a spinning pitch is Ahmedabad. I was there for the India-Pakistan match. I certainly did take spin, but I don't know whether you want to change a winning side. Why would you do that? Colleagues bowling very, very well. So it's Jadeja. I don't know the need to change. I mean, it would be a benefit, certainly, to have Ashwin on the side. I'm still not going to watch the final match. It's something of great importance to me. Australia versus South Africa. There's a lot of alarm bells in that match, even though Australia did win against a choking South African side, and they were choking. Don't you ever tell me they were not choking. They have never played past them. They just can't handle it. They play their best games early in the competition. You've got to play your best games towards the end of the competition. You've got to peak at the end, as Australia are doing. And India peaked all the way through, but they're also peaking. So I can't see India losing. Really. It'll help India if they did that first. The 10,000% choke by Manoj on you're perfectly right. People saying it was bad luck. No, you create your own bad luck. They lost 4 wickets. So everybody's going, oh, how admirable it was. They went and batted and they got recovered with Miller and the like and Cluston. But the reality is they stuffed it. They absolutely stuffed it. They scored 212 runs. They scored 300-400 runs consistently through the whole tournament. And the most important match of the season. They stuffed it. Now, what am I eating? I'm eating a fish bouillabaisse. Soup. I'm getting a main in it, which is also soup. It's also fish, I should say. Okay, so let's go back to let's go through the matchups from the Indian Australian matchups. The openers in India had, as in Gill and Rohit Sharma, arguably the best in the competition. The Australian pairing of Warner and obviously Head now certainly would have to rank second. Not taking away from Rachin and Devon Conley, they were also very good. But I do think that you've got the best opening pairs in both teams, and that will hold both teams in good stead. The way that Head and Warner took on the South Africans was quite admirable, considering how badly South Africa started.
Did you enjoy this?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I haven't finished it. Who's going to win the points?
The Indian curry?
Oh, yes, thank you. Indian curry. I'm doing a little live talk here.
Okay.
Thank you. Indian curry, wow. Thank you. Get it in Indian curry here, guys. The fact is that Australia really got a lot to they got nothing much to lose out of tomorrow's match, I'd argue. They're very little to lose. They're not expected to win. Australia are not expected to win. This is going to play into their hands a little bit. As you might remember, 1996 World Cup, Sri Lanka was not expected to win that at all. And they did. They could play in Australia's hands. But my head tells me India will win. My heart says Australia, but I'm afraid head doesn't always disappoint. It tends to be the one. I think Australia will play well. If India are not on their top game, Australia will give them a shake. India don't play to their ability. To South Africa. India choke. Well, I doubt it. Robert Sharma's geared up to win this. Kohli will perform on the biggest stage. I predicted the century. Shreyas Iyer is a great foil. Gill's been admirable. Gill might have a heavy century too. There's only one of 5 or 6 batsmen who can score centuries in an Indian batting line. Very impressive. In the Australian lineup, it's probably 2 or 3, maybe 2 or 3, but that's it. Smith's been out of form. Labuschagn's been out of form. Marsh has done well with 175, but he didn't do that well in the last match. But he's a potential player. Head has scored the 1 century and batted very well last game, but probably not quite in his best form. Warner's in pretty good form. Nothing beats an Indian coat. Pat is always soft. Now, I don't think he's the best captain. They're not winning because of him. Now, he did bat well as a foil for Maxwell, and he also batted well with Hazelwood to end up scratching the runs to win the other match. But 215 will not be enough that the Australians got to beat India. If India bat first, they're going 300 plus. If Australia to get that 300, they're going to have to be very fortunate. Maxi should take on the spinners. He certainly should. But he was alarming. He was a bit alarming with his getting injured, getting cramping again. He batted, didn't move, and batted well. The last thing is he now got out twice to a rather ranked short ball from spinners such as Kuldeep, I think, and Shamsi. And he played a very ordinary shot and got bowled. So yeah, he needs to keep his head a bit. He can do that. He injures himself. Let's get him into a cramp. Let's orchestrate a cramp. So now, Nitin Parik's having some anxiety for tomorrow. I would too. It's Australia. We all know that Australia can pull out a miracle in the final. Australia's scored 6. Is going to score 6 for 317. If they bat first, that'll be interesting. If Australia scores 6 for 317 in the first innings, and India will lose 2 or 3 wickets, bit of a wobble. Remember when Australia played India the last match, which was at Chennai, which I was there for. It was Chennai, wasn't it? Yeah. Australia batted pathetically, averaging less than 4 runs an over. It's just got close to 200. India, despite losing a few early wickets, steadied the ship with Kohli and the like. So Australia going to need to score a lot more than 200. They need 317 might be okay, but still not enough. But yeah, they need total 350 mark. If Australia bat first, then they have to get 350, in my opinion, to make a game of this. If Australia did get 350, it'll be close. You still think that with the might of the Indian batting, they'll get that. Start needs to go well tomorrow. Yeah, I agree. He's still a weak link, no matter what anyone says. I think he's a very weak link. I still don't think he's as strong as he used to. Hazelwood bowled out of his skin. Was allowed to. Only bowled 8 overs though. Travis Head got 7 wickets. Now look, let's not rely on him for the final. Sorry. The middle order is stable. Max is going to smack the spinners. He's got to be a bit of adversity. He's got to have an injury or something. He needs that. And he also was dropped twice in that match as well. So everything goes Maxwell's way. Say India get 350. Say India get 350 opening up which they're likely to get. Australia at 3 down for 150 or 140. Maxwell comes in around that stage, maybe 4 down will come in, and could turn the match on its head and get that 350 in a canter. That's an if, not necessarily a definite, but he certainly can. He's capable. Maxwell is an X factor that India will be worried about. So is Mitch Marsh, but he hasn't been that consistent to prove that. The all-important opening partnership of Warner and Travis Head will dictate terms as far as Australia is concerned. If those two get a really good start, that'll help the rest continue on. Steve Smith and Labuschagne's role will undoubtedly be like a test batting pair, to steady the ship if this wicket's falling. They won't win you a game. They might get 60 or 70, but it'll be at the cost of 80 or 90 deliveries, which is far too slow. Smith always scores against India, and it's a knockout cherry on the top. Well, I wouldn't rely on Steve Smith in this instance. On the contrary, you could argue that if the top three of Australia get going and post a huge score of 300 plus, India are in trouble chasing in final. India are too many guns blazing to be certain of saying that, I'm afraid. They'll still get, they're capable of getting 350 in the final. Absolutely. I don't think this is going to be the issue at all. I don't think so. India has won World Cups. They have won World Cups 11 with capital back in 83. They can draw upon that experience. That's the reason why South Africa's not won a damn final or got into a final, will they win one. They have no one to draw upon in the dressing room to egg them on, to support them. A Pollock or an Alan Donald, they've all not gotten across the line. Closer and close, but didn't. And no one can be Paddy Upton's done it for Coley, but he hasn't done it for his own country. But Australia can bring in Ponting, Border, Ward, Gilchrist, Hayden, and the list goes on. Unfortunately, not John Warner anymore, but he was another. And India can do the same. They can bring in MS Dhoni, Kapil Dev, the Gavaskars, the Shastris. There's people there that have had that experience, including most of the current players, including the likes of Tendulkar and even Kohli. Best of luck to Australia. We all had a best of luck attitude to the game, of course. Batting under lights isn't going to be easy. Well, that's true. Australia make for Australia to make 400 plus against India, a lot of things have got to go right. A lot of things have got to go right, and India's going to bowl badly. India bowl to their potential. India bowl their potential. Australia make it 400 against South Africa, who weren't bowling that well, except for the spinners. Australia struggled and was 7 for 215 across the line. So they're not really certain of chasing any big score or making a big score. Norman, do you remember me in that Chennai game? I was supporting Australia and also came to meet you during the national anthem. Yes, I do remember you. I do remember that you come out and saying hello. Our Earth is best. Where the score is 2-3. I don't know. Toss would be a factor. Well, toss is a factor. Pitch is a factor. The fact is that neither are going to be the real reason. Look at South Africa, semi-final. The very thing they needed to do was to bat first, and they did. They choked. All up for 212. And they're talking how admirable David Miller's score was at 100, which certainly was. Clarkson's 46. I'm afraid the team collectively got 212. I don't care if one got a century, the rest didn't contribute. And the captain, Bavuma, was awful. It means that he was injured at the toss and looked lacking in confidence big time. For South Africa to lose this choker tag, they need a series of changes to their mental state. And that's only going to come from someone as a mentor there. If they enlisted Gilchrist and a few of the Australian guys, which won't happen, that might help. Australia will win tomorrow match, take my word for it. Okay. I'm taking your word for it, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen. Australia will win the cup. There's a lot of people saying that. Mitch Marsh will score 100. But if Mitch Marsh scores 100 and he's supported by the likes of Warner, Head, and Maxwell, yes, that'll be interesting. If they all fire, but they're not going to all fire. Why? Because they're batting against the Indian bowling line, which has been stupendous. Australia have not been able to handle the Indian bowling. Look at the first match. Less than 200. Now, look, as I said earlier, they're not meant to peak at the beginning, so they haven't. They've come the crescendo towards the end. The last game against South Africa was not dominant. It wasn't forceful. Even though they bowled pretty well, they didn't bat well. So they just need to focus on the game and win tomorrow. They will focus, don't you worry. Marsh only does well when that's the power play. Well, that's not a bad place to do it. 3 or 6. What's this? 3 or 6 wickets? As usual, Smith's love us. He will be dangerous. He won't. He's not a match winner. Not in this format.
Did you enjoy the?
Yeah, sure. I'm enjoying the rice here immensely. So finish it off, guys. Got to feel sorry for. I don't feel sorry for England. I feel sorry for Pakistan. I don't feel sorry for South Africa. They set themselves up beautifully with very good matches leading up to it. Having won 7 out of the 9, beaten by India horrifically, all that for 83, and then beaten by Netherlands was a weird one. I don't have any sympathy for South Africa at all. They bloody well deserve it. They can't handle it. They just can't handle pressure. I don't care how well you play in the group stages. You can't get your act together at the end of the match, end of the series, that is. You're good for nothing. They need to be given a stern talking to, a good kick up the arse, to be honest. Toss will not matter at the scrum. Well, yes, it won't matter too much. Not these two teams. They both can chase pretty well. Your opinion on when there's some bat first strategy? Yeah, it's always a good strategy to win the toss and bat first. It's generally a good way. When South Africa won the toss and elected to bat, I was a touch worried, and I thought that if everything was going to go their way for once, they'd do it. They might have scored 350, 400, and then really put pressure on Australia. But they didn't. They scored half that, 212. Australia, even though they didn't play that well, Australia that is, they still canted to 7 for 215. Thank you. Oh, that's very nice. Tomorrow match winner will be Smith, Maxwell, Hazelwood, Zampa. Well, Zampa and Hazelwood will play a role. Maxwell could be anything. Smith, no, not a match winner. He will win. I think that's more likely the story. Richard, do you think David Warner can play Coldy? Not particularly. No, I don't think he's a shining light. Shouldn't Gill score a central. Well, he's due. It's how many people. Rohit Sharma's been so dominant. Rohit Sharma's been the best opener in the series. I know they say Quinton de Kock with these centuries. He didn't do it when it counted them much, which was in the semi-final. So Quinton de Kock's efforts of 4 centuries was worth nothing if they didn't get through the semi, which is where they are now. What do you think? Who'll win them? Again, my general opinion, it'd have to go. As I said earlier, Australia. My head tells me India. My heart tells me Australia, but the head will win over the heart, I think. Coley bowling from leg side, and he's good leg spinner. He's Warner can't handle him, I don't think. Zampa's confidence after saying, well, yeah, Zampa didn't bowl that well, did he? He was taken off literally because he was hit quite heavily by, I think it was Cluster and Miller. But he's pretty tough nut. He'll come back. Gav, just Stevens plays patiently by taking some singles. Australia need more than that, I'm afraid. I still believe Australia can blow the top order away. Australia can blow the top order. I don't know about that. Thank you. Very nice. I know when Steve Smith is a big threat. Yeah, I think in the one-day final, he's not a big threat anymore. He's not a big threat anymore. Let's not dwell on that. Let me quickly talk about South Africa. Choke. Okay. Mars or Stones? This is a good question, and I would undoubtedly say Stones. He can match win a game, whereas Mars is good if we're 4 or 5 down for 20. He'd be good at coming in and he thinks that he's not the best. Through and V, I think Oz will win tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know why you're thinking that so candidly. Let's at number 3 because the spin. I think he hasn't been playing that well. Sorry, he hasn't been playing that well. I don't totally agree. Australia's danger people are certainly Maxwell to a lesser extent, but also Head, Warner, and Mitch Marshall. Ashwin Siraj. Well, you can't go past Siraj. Right, has been fantastic. So was Sharmi. A good foil with what's his name? I've had a mental blank. Sharmi, Siraj, and Bumrah. Mentally, Aussies are strong in a cakewalk for them to win the final. Well, they are very strong. So are India. Very, very strong. The way that India defeated Sri Lanka in the Asia Cup in Sri Lanka was phenomenal. Sri Lanka were late for 50, remember? And they got South Africa late for 83. Well, now I'm in a restaurant. If it is slow turning, pitch must role will be more crucial. And so, no, he slowed the match down too much. Only got 8 innings in South Africa. In fact, really turned the tide a little bit towards South Africa at that stage. He's got a 5. Mitch Marsh. Is Mitch Marsh or Mitchell Stark? They're both good. But Heads with Mitchell Marsh. They've got to have a good opening scene. But you're dead right. Because you can be assured that India's openers, Sharma Gill, and obviously then Kohli, of all people, have been firing. They will fire. I believe the best fielding side will win tomorrow. That's a fairly good point, Tarun. I can't disagree with that. Their catches will win matches, and good fielding stops. Falls and White will also win matches. I'm at a restaurant eating Indian fish. Australia would need to be meticulous in first 10 overs, and that could be a cracker or final. Yeah, I agree. Mohammad Siraj is in his weak link. No, I don't agree at all. India's got a weak link. Could be an overconfidence, but that's the only thing that could be their weak link. Can you provide any insights about the mood of the Australian camp? Well, look, Australia, they're in a final. They've got nothing to lose. They've made now 8 finals. They know as a team how to handle it. They've got people around them who can ring them and talk to them. Smith himself is there, but you've got Michael Clark is won a World Cup. Adam Gilchrist, Ponsing, Border. Oh my God, there's an avalanche of players that can say how they win. Our openers, Head and Warner. Oh, we've got to back up. My phone's gone blank. My phone's gone dead, so that's the reason. Winning the toss, what's the bet? I'd have to bet. India will win this time. Now, I'd like to think so. Smith better play hard to protect his future. Well, his future's not there. This is his last World Cup. You need to improve your audio. My audio. That's because I'm in a noisy spot. Sorry. Can you hear me now, DB? All right, we've gone about half an hour. So, can you hear me now, guys? Just confirm you could all hear me. I'm speaking a bit louder now. I was just being a bit quiet. India has a better luck than Australia. I don't think it's a matter of luck. It's a matter of confidence. Revenge 2003 final leading. I don't know whether there's any thought process about this revenge you're talking about. When I saw Narendra Modi Stadium, it was phenomenal. India versus Pakistan was an electric atmosphere. It was magnificent. Yes, we can hear you. Good on you. Okay, so it's an electric atmosphere at Narendra Modi Stadium. The fact is that Australia will be up against it. We'll have 130,000 people that will be all going for India. trust me, Asia Cup was against a game changer. I didn't even know we'll reach the final after Asia. Well, they've certainly proved they can. How did you feel when, I said this is a magnificent day. Only one entrance through gate 1. That was a bit strange. How did you feel when, maybe after, are you in a pub? No, I'm in a restaurant. Okay. Any more questions, guys? Any more questions? We're going to run out of light here. So, and a legendary era of Australian Smith Warner will miss them. Well, certainly test cricket-wise, yes. So please tell somebody between Hazelwood holes as far as India attacks. Well, Hazelwood's improved his short-form game immensely, and there's going to be a threat. Will Anthony Albanese come to the top finals? I don't believe he is. I'm not aware of him. I think, but he might sneak in. India to win. Who will win the cup? India, I have to say. South Africa had to carry dead weight like timber. The whole team was at fault. They've got a mental problem. Silence the hostile. You mean we're talking about Ben Stokes, are we? Yeah, I mean, very good point. When Australia was 7 for 91 against Afghanistan and were by far and away out of that match, Maxwell was dropped twice. He turned it on its head. He can do that again. But if he did do something, if Maxwell played an outrageous double century to beat India, it would go down for all ages as an amazing victory. I don't think it's going to happen. So, are you going to? Yes. Which do you think as a hoodoo hurdle for India? There's no hoodoo here at all. Are Australians afraid of India? I don't know if they're afraid of them, but they're going to be daunted by playing against 130,000 screaming spectators, that's for sure. What's the best stadium in India? Picturesque-wise, well, it has to be Dharamshala. Wankhede for its history. Chinnaswamy is great as well. But yeah, look, Narendra Modi Stadium is probably the most defining place, 130,000 crowd. It will be tomorrow too, with the plane fireworks come over the fireworks, the singers and dancers. It's going to be great. And all the former captains getting the World Cups getting tops. How much runs will Rohit score? Rohit Sharma is going to score a lot. I'm pretty sure of that. Let's see tomorrow. I know India would have been happy if South Africa had. Of course they would. They would have smashed them. Afraid is not Australian, mate. Australia's not afraid. No, I'll be concerned, but not afraid. What do you think the latest best thing? I've just told before. Yeah, definitely. Picturesque-wise, have to be Dharamshala. Yeah, we do miss Warren Simons and both World Cup winners. Yeah, they were great players. Feels like the internal corruption took place in the cricket board. Yeah, it was not corruption. It was just the black-white saga that going on. It's Mr. Legend, Cameron Green and Marnus. It's Marnus or Stoynes, to be honest, in my opinion. Please give some inside information on Stoynes and Marnus. They're going to go with Marnus, I'm afraid, because Marnus seems to sweet talk to the right people to get back in, but it should be Stoynes, in my opinion. Australia's not going to change their side, and I don't think India will either. Not for a final. I feel Rohit has been setting the tone. He certainly has. He has been setting the tone. Brilliant batting. He has been the standard opener by a country mile for the whole series. India's reason for doing well is him, backed up by Kohli immensely and many others. But Rohit Sharma should not be, underplayed here. He's a magnificent captain, a great batter, and a motivating person. First 6 overs will decide the batting of India. Will decide the batting of Australia, probably more so. But India to lose a couple of wickets. They have plenty of batters there. Shreyas Iyer, Sky, even Jadeja. They have plenty going on. Who am I supporting? Well, I've said this before. My head says India, my heart says Australia. That's the way I play it out. BCCI is happy to rake in the millions tonight. Of course they are. Why shouldn't they be? It's a very important spectacle for the world. Background noise is too much. Well, that probably tells me to start thinking about finishing up. We are getting more people here. We're getting more people here, for sure. Okay. So, any more questions, guys? India. They bat first. they'll do well. They'll score 350, and that's fait accompli. And Australia will not get 350 unless Maxwell goes berserk. The key for Australia is the first 10 overs. Yes, it probably is the key for both sides in a way. Which match did you like in the World Cup 23 so far? It's a good question, Rohit Pahari. The best game I've liked so far was probably the India and Pakistan game, just because of the spectacle. India-Pakistan was a magnificent spectacle. I did like the way India smashed South Africa. That's my personal belief. Thank you. India versus South Africa was incredible to watch. Hey Norman, how are you? Are you going to the final match? Yes. The Bash, India hosting a World Cup 2031. That's unfair. Well, not really. It all goes around. Will India play Ashwin? No, they won't. They won't change the side this late. Why would you? If they've won 10 straight, why would you change the side? Australia have won 8 straight. They won't change the side. I heard all World Cup winning captains have been invited for tomorrow. Is that true? Yes, it is, except for Imran Khan. The rest will be there. Tomorrow we need your party video. And you said, yeah, well, if Australia win, if they win, well, I will give you something. Certainly I am. All right, so how are we going there? Any more questions, guys? India, I predict will score 350. Australia will bat nobly and get 280, 290, but won't win. If Australia win tomorrow, I won't be starting a live video because Australia won't be winning. Stones. Which match did you like? As I said earlier, I still think India-Pakistan was my favourite because of the spectacle. India-South Africa was the way that India smashed South Africa when they were probably not supposed to as much. I didn't mind the game between England and Bangladesh because it was a Dharma Shah. I thought that was a beautiful setting for the game, not so much the game itself. Although England did play well that match. Australia 100 not out, 12 overs. What needs Finland to do? Okay, so Australia are none for 100 after 12 overs. Keep bowling the way they normally bowl, and they will get wickets. How are you? Yes, personally, turquoise waving, text green game over face blue, white eyes. Okay, I'm not sure what you've been drinking there, but what much did you like? Yeah, I just missed. How is Paddy? Will he sleep? He was all day active in Instagram. He certainly was. Photographing the ground, the pitch for some strange reason. He's surrounded by players that are helping him. He's not doing it on his own. If Australia middle order takes some responsibility, they are going to sweep India with. If Australia's middle order, and that includes Smith and Arbison, they have to score more than run a ball, and that's their problem. How Australia will deal with 1.3 lakh crowd? Yeah, exactly. Very hard for anyone. Green is our future player, so our team's playing. Cameron Green just hasn't been in good enough form to even make the side. Stoinis would be my preferred player over Labuschagne, but they're not going to put him in. They're using Labuschagne as a potential backdrop in case they have a problem. That's what they're going to be. He's there for, but for God's sake, he didn't make the side for many a moon. He only recently got back. I don't agree with it. I think he's an actual weak link. He only scored 8 innings today. It was a very cumbersome 30-odd balls. Yeah, the Ashes was certainly time for the English, for sure. We'll just turn it down. Yeah, wickets will turn. It probably will be turning wicket. Adam Zamp is quite capable. And even Head bowled okay as a backup. It's a legacy. Look, if Australia win this, it's quite a ball over. Let's be honest. India won 10 games straight. Australia's won 8 straight. Hello. Oh my God. We've got dessert here coming out of my ears, guys. Oh my God. Thank you. It's ridiculous dessert. Oh, it's just oozing chocolate and ice cream. You won't be so. Oh my God. Look at that. Oh God. It's heavenly chocolate. Heaven. Match winners will be Rohit Sharma and Kohli, with Bumrah, Shami, and Siraj spawning. There's rounds. There's several players. India bat first, and they get a big score. Australia admirably will lose. Look, no one can convince me that Smith and Robertson are outstanding in this format. Top 5 best World Cups. I'd say 75 because of the Viv Richards factor. Adam Gilchrist was at 99, or was it 2003 or 7? One of those three. They did it with a squash ball in his hand. 96 World Cup was pretty amazing how Sri Lanka got up there. 2011 was amazing. Dhoni and the like. It's 12 years ago. 2011 was 12 years ago. It's quite a while ago, actually. I already said you can't wait for the World Cup final. I can't either. So I was happy that I can win the 6th World Cup. Well, if they do, they'll break all records. Now, John, for India, Rowett, Gill, Australia's will fire, and Kohli. Kohli. How could you not include Kohli? Kohli's scored 711 runs in this whole series, above everybody. His 50th century surpasses Tendulkar in the second half. No one will turn saying it's tonight. Yes, I think it will. I think it will. It won't suit Australia, put it that way, at all. Especially if India go in and bat well first up and get 350 plus, it'll make it increasingly hard for Australia to get the runs. Australia's struggling to get more than 215 on them on the semi. That's not a good effort. Whereas Sri Lanka, India, they cruised to this score. Kohli, we can't forget Kohli. For God's sake, he's the best player in the world in this format, bar none, other than Tendulkar. Now, Kohli's been sensational. All right, last band of questions, guys. We've gone 40 minutes. I need to finish my chocolate cake. Here's a great question. This is, I think, a really good question. Why the hell is Matthew Wade? Well, no. I looked at it differently. Matthew Wade has passed. He shouldn't be returning his captain. English, give him a go. Tournament is surely going to go boom tomorrow. If he does, it'll kill Australia. 1 month more. They're trying to test some of this Pakistan. Are you excited for that too? Yeah, certainly am. West Indies as well. West Indies will be there with Pakistan. Same local time in India. Well, I'm not sure. How will it be the same local time as in India? Shouldn't be. 5.5 hours different. It's all right, guys. Eyes on cricket. For some 43 minutes in. Okay. Marsh can take small time not hitting initially because India bowl is good initially, but taking some Mitch Marsh can do that. No, like even Clussen, but Clussen's like a 40 odd, but they didn't win the match. They were all out for 200 collectively. South Africa choked. For a team to score 212 after having scored plus 350 plus runs in most matches, there's only one thing: chasing. Good Australian bowling. It wasn't Australian bowling. Australia didn't bowl badly. Telling me just parrot Australia. So I didn't play badly. But there's no way you can sell me because of there you go, that's better like that. You can't tell me that South Africa played well. Noble. They got 212. Lucky they went out for 83 again. So you're a famous major cricket fan. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. It's been wonderful to be a part of this renaissance. I enjoyed my time in Chennai watching India versus Australia, Kolkata with India versus South Africa as well, and went to Dharamshala, visited Ludhiana, Jalandhar, and Chandigarh as well as Amritsar. But yeah, the game in Delhi was amazing. First Cockburn Stadium. That I have to say, Ahmedabad, India-Pakistan was amazing. Okay, Raj, hello Norman. Somewhere deep inside my heart, I thought Australia were going to come up on top as they always play well in different manners. This fear is haunting me. Well, it should, because India don't play to their ability. It could happen. It's the only team that can beat India on this day. It's Australia. Timber Bavuma has no reason to open the batting for South Africa, except for the political reasons. In my opinion, toss is important to win. It is in most cases. It's been has helped South Africa, but they won the toss in the semi-final and they lost. Unbelievable. I agree with Raj from morning. Me too. Okay. If India bat first, they win. Sure. If Australia bat first, they're going to have to bat well to make that. Ariane Tucker, what do you think about India's chances? The chances are 85-15 in my opinion. 85-15. It's not 50-50. Australia would like to think that, but I think Australia would also be reasonable and think they've got nothing to lose attitude because Australia not expect the winner. Even though they know they can. Don't expect. Bavuma has played. If you're winning the toss and bat first, that's it. Nothing with the bat. Yeah. Well, South Africa did bat well for most of the series and won 7 games because of it. They lost the game against Netherlands, which was a real worry, and they absolutely were annihilated by India, who got them away for 83. And one of the most abysmal performances I've seen in a long time from any side, let alone just the South African side. So Jason D'Souza, Norman, don't deny the fact that Australia was lucky enough to defeat Afghanistan and New Zealand. It could have, by the way. Look, Australia could well have not been in the semis. If Afghanistan beat them, a few things went their way, would have seen Afghanistan in the semi-finals, which would have been brilliant. Australia was 7 for 91, and Max would pull out a miracle. So yeah, you're right. Pass score for tomorrow, according to you. Going to be batting first, 350. Is Bank going to fill place 1 now? Full house there, of course, there's a big Luke everywhere. Van der Dusen, so there was Choke Mode, he wasn't the only one. He was having a complete terrible time, but he took a good catch. If any of both first, they need to get 350. Then, Bancroft's not in my thought processes at all. No way on earth. Warner's retired, and Smith's retired as well. They're both not any more World Cups. Australia have to dig deep to find some replacements because they have relied heavily on a war. No. I even know that. Yep. According to you, why is Joel Paris off in this game? Well, he hasn't really been in, has he? Or on. Do you really think it's time for Smith to retire? Yes. Yes, I mean, it's like a knock back at home. Do you really think it's time? Yes, I do. And Jairo, where is he? Yeah, it's a great question. He's been injury plagued, like coming back and doing okay, but he's not taking it. Know it lovely. How are you, Know it lovely? Tom's now. What is the pass score for batting first? 350 tomorrow. That's on Umbra's pretty good ground to score big as well, by the way. Guys like Henry Hunt and Bukowski. Well, Henry Hunt, maybe Bukowski, injury-wise, is the problem. Our top three, they're bad, brilliant. Absolutely. I would love it how Australia will lose. If India, it's theirs to lose. India's going to win this. They play to their form for the first 10 matches where they won all 10. You'd have to think that India will win. And where are covering it? India, where India went wrong, the World Test Championship. Yeah, it's a funny one. They've got a really good test team as well. We didn't bowl well on this, actually. We didn't bowl that well. Labuschagne has to pick up his game like he does, manager. I don't think he should be there at all. He's not a short form player of any note. He's a good defense. He's a good test type player in a short form game when they need someone to dig them out of trouble, but not to win the match or score a plus 100 above run a ball. He won't do that. Is any prodigy of generational talent like some all coming through? I've been talking about Jason Sang over some time, but it hasn't happened yet. Thank you. Smith has vertigo issues. He said, oh, here. Smith has vertigo. She certainly does. Could be an excuse for him not playing well. On my mind. Sure, I need to do that. Okay. Just one more time. Let us win. As in India, if India win, it's admirable. Third World Cup, that's pretty admirable. Who do you think will be the man leading from the front in the Australian? Warner ahead. Head's performance in the semi-final was very good, and so was Warner. They did bat well under pretty, stressful circumstances. But they only had to chase 212, so their momentum and positivity was up. I was chasing 350, and maybe deciding like wide, but they weren't. Only facing 212. It's a horrible score. Warner also has a good chance to fight. He caught well in the semi-final. He looked all round very good. Warner's impressed me, actually, the way he's handled. I didn't think he was in his best form either, but he certainly has impressed me. Head's important with him as well. And look, Mitch Marsh on occasions has been great as well. Maxwell and things was unforgettable. Smith and Labuschagne has been forgettable, to be honest. Come on, I'll say Australia going to win. We will be more dominant. No, I can't say that. It's just not true. Final looks tight. It might go down to the right. Well, manage on it, you weren't right. It could, if things go Australia's way and don't go India's way, it's going to be very close. Who's bowling with India's or Australia? Well, Australia did shock me in the semi-final when they bowled well against South Africa. I must admit, but India dominated every side that played very heavily. It's not going to change. Really, they've got too many guns firing. 5 of the best bowlers in form. This is the World Cup for Dave Warner. Well, if he can pull it out, I don't think he's Maxwell's the match winner in my opinion. Dream scoreboard for me is Australia 6 for 360, 4 for 360, and just 270 all out. What's wrong with that is I don't think India will be 270 all out for starters. And Australia getting 4 for 360, that means some batters have really fired to get that score. So I'm not confident of that happening. It could happen though. I feel some individual brilliance can only make us win. Us being Australia or us being India. Australia deserve this World Cup. No, they don't. India deserve it. Formula of odds. So 6-3 India score. Now it's his turn for odds. Yeah. Go to the village. You will get best people. If you want to create a future, Australia, probably right. Australia will make 350 plus. If they do, they're going to be going a long way to having a chance of winning. Do you think the due factor is important to know? Not at all. No. Raj, the due factor is not an issue here. No, not an issue at all. Can't say that. India will get, I reckon, 300 plus, maybe 350 if they bat first. Australia will have to come out firing, but won't keep that throughout their innings. And could be all out for less than that. With Australia win the toss, I think max 350, 360. Yeah, they haven't really batted that way at any stage of the series, to be honest. So I don't think so. If it goes down to the super over, then it will be spectacular. Yes, it will be. Very spectacular, like the England-New Zealand final was. India at least needs 350 to defend smoothly. Yes, I agree. If India get 350 to start with, Australia will be pushing to get more than 250, I reckon. They'll be struggling. India bowls well, they'll struggle. Yeah, I'm slowly thinking the team that bats first will have an advantage. I'm now thinking that way. How's boys' confidence? I hope they give some fight to India. It'll take them batting first, I reckon. Sunship Sharma. I know, my question is, what should team winning the toss be doing as they're in chance of due later? Well, you should win the toss and bat. What was the purpose of Cummins capturing the pitch pick on the phone? It's strange one actually about the pitch. What was he doing? I don't know. For his YouTube, who knows? And 95,000 knockouts. Will you go to the stadium? Yes. Krishna Mohan, I think 330 might be enough, because if India get 330 and bat first, Australia will struggle to get 330. That's my opinion. Unless a Maxwell Marsh combination come out and belt them all, have a very good opening stand, perhaps. Australia won't be comfortable batting or chasing 330 in the final. I'm sorry. At all. There is a possibility of Ashwin playing. Yeah, but it's not going to happen. I doubt it. India would be crazy to change the winning formula of a team that's won 10 games straight. And Pakistan was not able to score 200. Exactly. That was pretty much the way I think this final's going to go. The India-Pakistan match could well be the way the final will go, where Australia won't be able to handle the might of India. Simple as that. 2015 MCG final, 70,000 crowd was there. I was there too. Kendall was in the same room as me. And in fact, and Clark cruised past New Zealand. Do you think it would be a wise decision to bring Ashwin? No. It's time for Kane to retire. He's going to float around for a bit longer. Every time Ponting has done commentary in the ACC event, so they won the Cup, example, the World Championship. Well, let's keep him away from him if you're India. Playing spinners, Shalom Zampa, Kuldeep, Jolly. Zampa's nowhere near as good as Kuldeep or Jolly. That's a fact. All right, guys, we're coming up to an hour now. I've been talking. Any final two questions before we finish this off. Give me two good questions. India, in my opinion, will win this World Cup. And here's how they'll do it. They'll bat first, if they win the toss. They'll score 330 to 350. Australia will be admirable, but they won't get near that score. India will squeeze the death out of them, the life out of them. Same thing happened in 2015 final. McCullum was really aggressive. I grow it, and Stark got him bowled. Same thing can happen. It can. But this time I don't think it will. It's in India. Ricky Ponting having spring in his bat for 2003 final. It was really true. Yes, it was. He and Gilchrist and obviously one motivational session from Ponting is needed for the boys. Yeah, Australia can bring that motivation out by Gilchrist, Ponting, or Warner, Hayden. Well, Warner's not there now, but there's a whole plethora of people that can talk highly and from how they won it, and they can be great motivators. Anyway. All right. Last question. Someone's going to give me a question, and I'll finish up. Thanks, guys. It's been a good hour. World Cup final tonight. India versus Australia. Couldn't have finished with two better sides, in my opinion. South Africa were just not there. New Zealand were not bad. Afghanistan and Pakistan could well have been. Bangladesh, and sadly, England were nowhere near the mark. And Sri Lanka, well, cricket board aside are a mess. And it was admirable, but didn't get through. Sky batting order will change tomorrow, likely. Where Sky bats not don't think so. Australia will win the World Cup. KR 666. I would like to think so, but I won't. That's head says India, heart says Australia. Well, thank you for your precious time. Stay safe and healthy, mate. Hope you enjoyed your time. I certainly have. Aussies, come on, bring on, come home, matey, party. And let's hope India will win. Shasha will go berserk. He will. He will go. He generally does go berserk. Who will hit the century in the final? That's a great Divesh Patel. That's a great question. I think Colin or Starmer. Starmer. Go that first. One of those two will score big. Stark, bold, row it, same as Baz, my prediction. Yeah, it could happen. Aussies, so I call India players who will win. And I'm shooting Okaja, yep, 50-50 in Indian fans. Tipura. Okay. 50, it's an admirable trait to say 50-50, but it's not going to be the case. All right. I'm going to pay my bill now. Get out over here. So all the best, guys. We'll talk during or post-match tomorrow. Who would, obviously, who was in the central final be Rohit Sharma or Kohli? Because they've done it already many times. Paddy, bring it home. We can. Paddy Cummins can bat well as a talent. There won't be enough tomorrow. I'm afraid it won't be enough. It simply won't be enough. All right, guys. All the best. So don't forget, India to win. Head says India. Heart says Australia. India to score 350. Australia to get Amberwood 282-9. There's a report that there is a rush on the pitch. Uday Kumar saying Australian style's not going to change. But pitch talk's not interesting. Okay, guys. We will talk tomorrow. All the best. Have a great night. Stay tuned for Eyes on Cricket with Nolan Kochner. And view, like, and share the post and hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the future shows button to be able to get a notification button, that is, so as to be able to get more shows. So I've hit about 47,000. Hope to get 50 very soon. Some of my contemporaries got 100,000 now. So good on them. All the best, guys. Go India. All the best to Australia. Good night.